How's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. Let's go ahead and go over a few things real quick for you. So you saw I had the website pulled up, which we'll dive in here into in just a second. I always like to start this video out on a Google search page. Now to keep it relevant, I went ahead and I've typed a keyword involving roofing, a service you guys provide within an area that you provide, it being Rockford, Illinois. Now there's going to be a few different variations of people typing this in. They're going to be looking for the same service in the same type of location. They just type it in differently. Now we call all these keywords, and we want to be able to rank on the first page of Google for as many of these keywords as possible to increase our exposure and overall leads to the company every single month. Now, this first way we're seeing a few different companies doing this is through these Google guaranteed ads. These are definitely the best ads to run. They have the highest conversion rates. Ads are definitely a great idea if you're looking to get traction right here, right now, and get customers, whether you need to survive or just wanting to boost right off the bat. But around 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads anyway. So that's why you generally want to also be able to rank organically, okay? And you can do that two ways to get on this first page. And again, the first page is huge because about 75 to even 80% and above of people are going to stick on this page when choosing a company. So doing it organically through your Google business profile is one, and through your website is another, okay? Now, if we come to the Google business profiles, I did see here on this first page. Okay, so a few things that can help you out here when it comes to ranking your Google business profile. Let's go ahead and click on that real quick. So obviously, great rating so far, right? Good amount of reviews. Some other things that are going to help you out besides the reviews, obviously always make sure you're getting more and more and more, and make sure they're great reviews, of course. Now, make sure you are responding to your reviews as well. There's a section where you can log in and respond to all these reviews that you do have. That's definitely going to help you rank as well. Pictures is a huge thing typically too. I would try and upload, 20 to 50 pictures per week, depending on how much work you're doing. If you guys do inspections, things of that nature, really just going to help you rank out as well. It does look like you have this filled out 100%. It's typically 750 characters of this bio that you could fill out. Just make sure that's filled out 100% as well. Looks like everything else is filled out for the most part. This questions and answers, this is a frequently asked questions you can fill out as well too. If people are calling you with the same questions over and over again. There's also a website that you can create within the Google business profile as well. I would try and create that too. Other than that, the last thing that you can always do is citations. And citations is going to be your name, address, and phone number, how you have it within your Google business profile. And those three pieces of information would be placed in different places across the web, typically in directories. And now with Google being a popularity contest, generally the more places across the web that are holding your information, generally the better, okay? Now, your website is that second option when it comes to ranking organically. Now, not only can you rank your website organically within Rockford, but for any other area that you so may please. And that's what's so great about a website. So we are going to take a look at Eldridge's website here, as they're going to be your top competitor when it comes to ranking their website, at least in Rockford, okay? Now, if we come back over to your website, first thing right off the bat, you guys do service quite a big area, so we're going to need to really hunker down on what area you want to target when it comes to your home page, okay? Now, generally you want that to be your headquarters, so whether that's in Rockford or it looks like it's in Belvidere here. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like you generalize the area that you work, so you're being able to rank a little bit better in Rockford, which is always nice. Your headquarters may be over here in Belvidere. So let's go ahead and say you want to make your website, your homepage here tailored towards Rockford, Illinois, and that's what we're looking like here when it comes to your header here. So we want to, well, first off, let's say this. So generally Google wants to have 1,500 to 2,000 words of content just on your homepage, okay? Now content is definitely going to be king when it comes to ranking a website, okay? Now, with that general rule of thumb there, that's not always going to be the case. In most cases, it isn't, okay? What you really want to take a look at is what area you're in, what service you're providing, how many keywords are associated with that, And then also, what is your top competitor doing, right? Since your top competitor, being Eldridge, is already ranking high on that first page, we want to kind of see what they're doing for their page that they're ranking on, which is their homepage as well. Okay. So we can see right off the bat, they have a header with this main keyword within here, roofing company, Rockford, Illinois. So that's really going to boost, telling Google exactly what they're trying to rank for. We can see they have, a little bit about residential commercial roofing here, even siding installation, and then the insurance claims process. And that really looks like the most amount of content they have on that home page here. So maybe 150 words of content at the most. And they even have this little cool slider behind here. And this is obviously telling again, and Google wants your website to kind of look as organic as possible too. So it's really looking like Eldridge is the one that made this website. It's a weird thing, but that's truly what Google is looking for. So even if you're having an outside company make the website for you, which in most cases is that case, you want to have that company really do the research on what the top competitors are doing when it comes to the layout, how it looks. Can you make it, look characterized towards your company? And then also at that point, we want to take a look at the amount of content that's on there. So we can see they have about 150 words of content on their homepage. It's not too much different when it comes to your homepage either. Maybe you want it to be a little bit more characterized, towards the company. That could possibly help as well. Now, a big thing when it's going to come to ranking your webs or pages as well. Okay, so you don't want to oversaturate each page with keywords. It may seem like the more keywords the better, but sometimes that's really going to detriment you. So you want to pick out one main keyword per page and then have supporting keywords around it that are going to help that main one when it comes to ranking. Okay, and then all those supporting keywords you'll be able to rank for as well. So if you have too many keywords or keywords for different areas and different services for each page, that can get a little jumbled up for Google, and in return it's not going to help you rank any more highly on any of those specific keywords as well. Okay, now when it comes to the next thing that I'm always going to take a look at, it's this paid program called Ahrefs. So it's giving me this dashboard numbers. It's great for comparisons, okay, between different websites. Those first two numbers, the 13s that I just highlighted, are going to be your strength and trust within Google, okay? Now, Google gives this to every website, and the strength and trust is built out through these backlinks that come from the referring domains, okay? And truly, these are ranked out of 100. But really, once you hit a benchmark of 30 and above for each of those, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. So these backlinks are any clickable text linking one website to another, and those are all held within these referring domains. So when you build these out to increase your strength and trust, make sure you're building out high quality backlinks from authoritative referring domains. Okay. And by authoritative, I mean the domains that are holding your backlinks already have high strength and trust ratings. So once you do acquire a backlink from those domains, it's definitely going to help your ratings out in return. Also, you're indexing for just over 150, almost 160 keywords within your website, which is a good amount of keywords, bringing you the exact same amount of traffic per month, as we can see there, about just under 160 there as well. And if we actually click on these keywords, we can see where a majority of your traffic is coming from, okay? So right off the bat, we can see majority of the traffic is coming from Superior Roofing. See the different variations of how people are typing that in. But now here's the thing, right? There's going to be multiple Superior Roofings across the United States. So generally, obviously you want to be able to rank for your company name, but in some instances, right, the traffic that's coming from here isn't necessarily going to be anybody looking for a superior roofing within the areas that you provided. Okay, so that can sometimes, even this traffic that you're getting may not be traffic within your area that you serve. Now we can see you have a couple for Belvidere, also for Chicago. Now if Chicago is what you're trying to target most, then maybe that's what you want to try and rank for. That's why you got to really determine and break down your pages so that you're really trying to rank for what you want to rank for in each different page. And then you can even break it down and throw power and trust at those different webs or those different pages of your website to try and boost those as well instead of just your home page. Okay. Now, looks like you have, a few different service area pages here. And this is always a good idea as well if you're wanting to target different areas. And you could start targeting areas in Wisconsin and Indiana as well within this page too. Okay. Now, when it comes over to Eldridge here, go back to their overview. We can see their strength and trust, right, even lower than yours. They're indexing for quite a few less keywords, but they're bringing in 500 traffic. And if you look at the keywords they're ranking for, they're getting 100 from Eldridge Roofing. Again, this might be a nationwide keyword search more than just in Rockford, but you can see the next 10 to a dozen or so, and even further down, all have to do with Rockford, Illinois, and roofing, or there's some siding ones down here as well. But we can see just from this Eldridge roofing reviews, from roofing contractors Rockford up to roofing Rockford, Illinois. Again, that's about 10 or so. There, it looks like from these search volumes, there's going to be at least 2,500 to 3,000 search volume there. And we can see they're on the first page for every single one of those keywords. And this first one, they're knocking out of the park. They're getting 30% of that volume into traffic. And typically, industry standards, about 30% of that traffic from a keyword like this, a buyer intent keyword, will end up turning into a lead for this company. So we can see they're probably getting 50 plus leads per month just from being able to rank for a lot of these roofing Rockford, Illinois keywords. And these are organic warm leads. These are people specifically interested in you because they like what they see. And those are going to close at a super high percentage rate. So if that's what you're trying to do, which in most cases, you want to be able to dominate as much of that area as you can. So if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you guys any way that I can. So other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.